They look like children, alone, harmless, sometimes scared. They ask for help, a ride, to use your phone, to come inside from the cold. But when you look into their faces, something is wrong. Their skin is pale, their voice cold and emotionless, and their eyes are pure, endless black. People who encounter them report a deep, primal fear, one they can't explain, and when you deny them, they vanish. Who or what are the black-eyed children? Urban legend? Demon? Aliens? Or something far worse? This is the unknown detail. Our modern knowledge of the black-eyed children begins in 1996. Brian Benthel, a journalist from Abilene, Texas, posted to an internet forum describing an encounter that changed his life. One evening, Brian was sitting in his car outside a movie theater. He was writing a check when two boys approached his window. They looked like regular kids, one slightly older than the other, both wearing hoodies. The older boy knocked and asked if they could get a ride home to grab some money for the movie. Brian said he felt something off the moment they spoke. His instincts screamed to drive away. Then came the realization. He looked into their faces. Their eyes were solid black. No sclera, no iris, just void. They began insisting, saying strange things like, "We can't come in unless you say it's okay." Panicked, Brian sped off. When he looked in his rearview mirror, they were gone. This story went viral in early internet circles, and from there, the black-eyed children were born into digital folklore. But Brian wasn't the only story. Since the 90s, people across the world have claimed to encounter black-eyed children. They're often seen in pairs, 2 or sometimes 3, ranging in age from 6 to 16. They appear late at night, often in isolated areas, and they always ask to be let in. At your door, at your car window, sometimes at rural gas stations. Witnesses report an overwhelming sense of dread, nausea, or even the urge to cry, despite the children being polite and calm. They speak formally, using odd phrases like, "It won't take long," or "We need to come in, it's cold." Their skin is often described as unnaturally smooth, like plastic-like or mottled, and their eyes always black. No one knows what happens if you let them in, because the stories usually end with the witness slamming the door or fleeing, but not always. In Vermont, a woman living in a rural cabin reported a knock at her door on a snowy night. 2 children stood there, asking to use the phone. Feeling uneasy, she agreed to let them inside. The moment she shut the door, her power went out. The children sat silently on her couch, staring at the floor. Her husband returned minutes later, noticing something was wrong. When he saw their eyes, he quickly demanded they leave. The children stood, saying, "Our parents are here," before walking into the dark. 2 tall, black-suited men greeted them at the end of the driveway. No car, no lights, they simply vanished into the woods. Weeks later, the woman's husband was diagnosed with an aggressive skin cancer, and she began having frequent nosebleeds. Then, all her pets died. No explanation, no sign of these black-eyed children. A truck driver near Nevada claimed to have picked up a young girl walking barefoot on the highway. She said nothing for most of the ride. Then, in an eerie whisper, she asked, "Do you believe in ghosts?" The man chuckled until he looked into the rearview mirror. Her eyes were completely black. He slammed on the brakes. When he turned around, she was gone. Only a faint handprint remained on the foggy passenger window. Despite hundreds of alleged encounters, no one knows what these children truly are, but several chilling theories have emerged. The idea that they require permission to enter is eerily similar to vampire lore. Some believe the black-eyed children feed off your life force or your fear, and can only cross your threshold if invited. This echoes ancient European myths of evil spirits disguised as innocence. Some believe they are failed alien-human hybrids. Their behavior is awkward, their appearance almost human, but wrong. The idea is they're being tested on Earth to see if they can pass as humans, and their black eyes, a simple side effect of their unnatural origin. Others claim they're demonic entities, using the form of children to lower your defenses. Their eyes are the giveaway, black and void-like. They may be connected to sleep paralysis demons or shadow people, beings that exist in the liminal space between dimensions. Their request to come in may not be into your home, but into you, your body, into your soul. Skeptics argue that these stories are simply a product of the internet creepypasta legends designed to scare, and it's true. Stories often circulate forums like Reddit or 4chan, but here's the eerie part. Encounters with similar entities predate the internet. In 1950s Virginia, a man reported being stopped by a group of children asking for a ride. He described their odd speech and jet black eyes. In ancient Middle Eastern folklore, demons known as the shayateen were said to appear as children with black eyes, knocking on doors at night. Even Native American myths mentioned dark-eyed ones, spirits that take the form of children to trick humans into letting them into their homes. So, are black-eyed children just stories, or modern echoes from something far more ancient? It's as if these children show up when you least expect it. They're polite, calm and innocent, always asking to come inside. But when you see those eyes, that's when you'll understand true fear. Whether they're demons, aliens, or something older than time, one thing remains true. Do not invite them in, because the moment you do, your fate is no longer your own, and their secrets remain hidden in the unknown detail. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, consider helping the channel grow by liking this video and subscribing for even more deep dives into the strange and the dark. And feel free to let us know in the comments, would you open the door? We'll see you in the next one, and as always, stay curious and stay in the dark.